The long wait is over and I finally got my PlayStation VR 2, which I purchased. This is my third VR headset. I also own a Oculus Quest 2 and original PlayStation VR. I consider myself a casual VR enthusiast and want to share my thoughts of this. This is kind of a quick first impressions. The headset is really nice, very similar to the first PlayStation VR headset with some additional features. A single cable to connect it to the PlayStation 5, and the setup was a breeze. I really do like the new controllers. It comes with headphones as well as a single charging cable that can be kind of annoying when trying to recharge your VR controllers. I did purchase a separate charging station. Here's it compared to the original PlayStation VR headset. Again, if you don't know the differences, just look closely, as you know, it's very different technology. And here are the spec differences. IGN had this really nice chart to compare, as the PSVR 2 is more of an upper end VR headset. This is the charging station. I didn't get an official one. I got this one for like 25 bucks off of Amazon. There is a pretty decent launch window lineup, and I'm going to share many games that I purchased. The Light Brigade being one of them. I know this is offered on Oculus Quest 2 as well as on Steam. But this is a roguelike, procedurally generated VR shooter. Pretty fun. I liked it. This is one I definitely want to go back and, this is not going to showcase the power of the PlayStation VR 2, but it was one of the more affordably priced games in the store, so I wanted to pick it up. And I think this is pretty solid, and I do recommend this, especially for people that want to check out a game on a budget. But I like what I played so far. You can get different guns and level up in this, and I definitely want to go back and play more of this. Next is the Kayak VR Mirage, and I actually picked this up for a family member who was a big kayak enthusiast, and you know what, it looks pretty good, pretty decent graphics. There's different modes in this. There's a race mode, there's a free mode, there's different courses. You can unlock things by playing it, different kayaks and skins, and so I like this one so far. This definitely was terrible at it, but racing, but I definitely felt this was a good way of kind of jumping in to a VR game, and kind of one that some may appreciate. And there's not many VR kayak games, so this is definitely one that I enjoy. Now let's talk about some of the backwards compatibility issues. Now this is REZ, and yes, you can play your PS4 version of this on the PlayStation VR 2, but it costs $10 to upgrade. I know that's going to really annoy people. And as I was bugged, but at least it's an option. I'd rather have a pay option than no option to upgrade and play your VR games that many of you have purchased. I know many physical collectors out there have several PlayStation VR 1 games, and unfortunately, slim pickings right now for what's compatible with the PlayStation VR 2. Tetris Connected is another one you have to pay to upgrade from your PlayStation 4 version, but I have a disc version of this, and it looks and plays great. You can, if you don't have this game, you can go in the store and get the PlayStation 5 version. No physical versions yet of many PlayStation VR 2 games, but as annoyed as I was, this is an excellent option. If you haven't played this version of Tetris, it is awesome. Fantastic music, special effects. It is just wonderful. One of my favorite VR games that I like to go back and play. I know it's on everything. That's the other thing. A lot of the games on the library are on other platforms. Here's Thumper, and another one that you have to pay to upgrade. I had this in my library, and for $5 I was able to upgrade it and get the PlayStation VR 2 version, and looks great. For many people, you may not be bugged by paying a little bit of an upgrade. For many other people, you're definitely probably going to be bothered by that. For me, like a $5 upgrade that's kind of more reasonable. But, you know, I definitely, if I have a physical version of a game, I'm going to upgrade it so I can play it on my new headset. For many others, you know, if you don't play a game, you're not going to pay to upgrade it. But this is a pretty fun game. But many PlayStation VR games, there's no way of playing them at this moment. Creed, Moss, two games I would love to pay to upgrade, and there's just no option. You have to buy it over again, and so that's frustrating. This is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and this is another game that's on some other platforms, including Oculus Quest 2. And, you know, looks great. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's a $50 game, PlayStation VR 2 game, and you can pick this up in the store. This is the demo, and so the cool thing is that there is demos. If you don't want to pay any money and you just want to check it out with your new headset, you can go that route. And so far, I mean, I really liked it. I liked that you're able to experience several games, including Horizon Call of the Mountain. And so I like Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Another game that has a free upgrade if you own Resident Evil Village has a new VR mode in it. I picked up a physical copy of this at GameStop for $30. It's kind of interesting that the digital version on the store is $40, so you can actually get a physical version cheaper than a digital version. It's so silly, but the pricings of digital games sometimes just makes me scratch my head. But if you're a big Resident Evil fan, you definitely want to check this out. And it was announced that Resident Evil 4, the new remake, is going to have a VR mode as well. Really cool that Capcom is doing that, and this looks fantastic. Now, I'm a big No Man's Sky fan, and this game has evolved over time and has a brand new PlayStation VR 2 mode. It's simply stunning, and this is one of my favorite experiences so far. There's a lot to this game, and they've really done a good job. Hello Games has done an amazing job of just updating this game and really making it just a much better experience than launch. And so if you're a fan of this game, this is definitely one of the better experiences that I personally have had so far on a PlayStation VR 2. And really like what they've done here. Looks really great graphics, and it definitely is immersive with its stunning beauty of different planets. But last and definitely not least, the one game to check out to really shows kind of the power of what the PlayStation VR 2 can do is Horizon Call of the Mountain. And I haven't played much. I did purchase the full game, and really looking forward to playing this more. And overall, what do I think of the PlayStation VR 2? If you're a big enthusiast of VR, you're going to love it. I think if you're more on the casual end and you may have another VR headset, you may want to wait. I do think there will be a price drop before the holidays, and I do think there's going to be a lot of competition, which is going to be a good thing. I do believe Sony will be able to continue to support this for years on end, and I look forward to seeing what else they do. So, what do you think of this? Are you considering picking one up? And as always, thank you for coming to my channel. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a good day.